What up? It's your boy Dick Incredible Man. Yes, I am back at it again, and this is my discussion / review for BOFURI. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Episode 8. Yeah, man. So we got thrown right into the third event in the beginning of episode 8. As Maple would call it, the cow vent, where we have to hunt down these cows and we collect these coins or tokens or whatever for killing the cows. Now, everyone decided to split up, but we did have Ease make 3 specific costumes for the 3 strongest girls in the guild, which is, Sally, Maple, and I can't remember her name. Anyway, the samurai chick. But yeah, so they were looking kawaii, and so that was nice to see how she used the wool to create these different armors for them to use. But now in this whole event, it was just a simple thing where they had to kill the cows. Now in that event, they got this plaque or whatever for killing all the cows that they did, and it maxes everyone's, it multiplies everyone's strength by 3. I think everyone that's in your guild, it multiplies their strength by 3. But now, taking place in this whole event, we have everybody kind of killing some cows to boost up their stats, and then they show us like the Flame Empress chick. We see how her squad is kind of going after killing these cows, and then we see how Maple and everyone else is handling killing the cows. And for some reason, everybody was worried about Maple and see how she was going to be handled. And I thought that was going to kind of play on to what we found out at the end of last week's episode with the Holy Sword or whatever, saying that they were going to watch Maple and see how her whole guild kind of moved around and how they operated, so they can have an advantage on them come the 4th event. But like maybe they watched from the shadows or something, because like we didn't get really kind of any indication that they were watching. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling over my words today. That they were watching them, so maybe they kind of watched them from a distance and they didn't really just show it to us. But this episode, I don't know how it went in like the manga or the light novel, which I'm really intrigued to read, by the way. But in the anime, it felt, and this is the only complaint I have, because I have no complaints up to this point. It felt a little super fast paced to me. It felt like we had Maple gaining, because she gained 3 new skills this episode, but I felt like she gained them out of nowhere. Yeah, she came in contact with the demon and the mechanical king god or whatever, but they felt all out of nowhere. It felt like it was just boom, boom, boom. As soon as it happened, she became super strong again. And we love that from Maple. I mean, that's what we enjoy about the series. That's one of the things that I enjoy anyway. But I felt like it happened super fast. And maybe it probably was a little more slowed down in the light novel or whatever, because I felt like in the anime it was fine because I enjoyed it and I love seeing Maple get new skills, and everyone else be like, well, Maple's no longer human anymore. She, I don't even worry about Maple at this point anymore. But just seeing it happen in the anime, it felt a little rushed to me, and I'm not upset. I just felt like it just was a little fast paced, and I wanted to get that out there, because I'm super excited to dive into the 4th event, which is like the Guild Wars, to see how everyone is going to take Maple now that she has these 2 new awesome oversized skills that she's going to use to help her guild for sure. That's pretty much what this episode was. Like everything else that happened was kind of like a footnote, and they kind of just focused on Maple kind of getting and boosting her attack patterns, because we knew that she focused solely on defense, and these new skills that she acquired allows her to attack along with Hidera. So I'm not upset. It just felt super fast paced to me. But the new skills that she obtained is Atrocity, which she can turn to like this 3 or 6 armed dragon demon or whatever from her eating the demon inside. The demon absorbed her somehow, and before that though, she was kicking butt with Maple, by the way. Maple used Mother Nature to grab the demon up, and then she started using like a spirit bomb type technique. It was boss. But then the demon somehow absorbed her, and she started eating them from the inside out. That's what I love. Your typical game character wouldn't have thought of that. Maple is the only one that would have thought, well, yeah, I'm trapped in here, so let me see. The best way to get out is to eat him. So it was nice to see that aspect, because that's what we love from Maple. So she ate the demon, and next thing you know, she gets Atrocity in Chaos, which allows her to kind of, I want to say, release like some red like spikes or whatever, I think. And then when they see her with the skill, they're on their way to level 3 because level 3 has now been opened after the third event. So they're on their way to level 3, and it was like, oh, we got to defeat this monster to get to level 3. Well, I don't see how we're going to do that. Maple, go ahead. Take your time. And so Maple comes out. She transforms to this huge monster, and she defeats the guardian of level 3 to get past the gate. So as soon as we bump to level 3, she comes in contact with this old man. Do you happen to have any food or water? So we know Maple, she decided to give him some food and water, and that opened up another quest. Now, all of this led to her finding, well, kind of getting like a backstory about how the world for the third level was made, because it wasn't always as technically advanced. I can't talk today for some reason. Technically advanced, and then the old man kind of went into like a whole deep backstory about the first king, the second king, and the world, and like he saw a big flashing light. He went into detail, and Maple was like, okay, well, I guess this is another event. So she went in ahead and took it, and then also all of a sudden she tried to fly up to the castle, but she fell into like this graveyard place, and the coin that she picked up while gathering, killing all the cows and defeating the demon and everything, was the same coin that needed to activate this machine god. So the machine god came to life, and it started attacking Maple, of course, and it started doing like major damage. Like, she didn't lose health or anything, but like her shield wasn't really helping, and it kind of blew her back. Then next thing you know, she kind of used the chaos again inside the body. And like I said, we enjoy these aspects of Maple with these new skills and kind of completely demolishing these you can't really say villains, but like these quest characters or whatever. So it was nice to see that again. So she defeated him, and she got a gear stuck in her chest, and that allowed her to access a new skill, and she turned into like this huge giant mech type thing with cannons and everything. So it was cool. So it's nice to see Maple, and I love it because now, as we're getting ready to enter into the Guild Wars, Maple has 3 new attack patterns that she can use, and she has like the Archangel wings and everything where she glows, and she can use as defense for her guild members. And come on, man, I'm so ready for the Guild Wars. I guarantee you that the Guild Wars is going to go ham, and nobody is prepared for what Maple has to bring to the table. Then we also see the creators of the game kind of wondering, well, you know, everything else is going fine and dandy, but, you know, we got to keep an eye on Maple. Maybe it'll be okay. I hope it'll be okay. Nah, I don't know. It's Maple we're talking about. So it was nice to see that as well. Like I said, this episode wasn't too much. I felt like it was just a teensy bit rushed to me, and I feel like they just solely focused on Maple getting some attack patterns because we know what's going to happen in the Guild Wars, and she didn't really have many ways to attack, which was besides Hideta. But now she has Hideta, Chaos, Atrocity in the giant mech thing. So she has a bunch of attack patterns she can throw out and be useful in a fight now, and not just solely use her defenses. So I'm super excited for the Guild Wars, man. That's everything that happened this episode. It's your boy Dick Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash that like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe. But only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you got it.